Welcome to my story. My story is going to be a little bit differently because of the fact that um, we currently do not have internet in our new house yet. We are in our new house, um, and it's going to take a couple days to get the internet hooked up. So I'm doing this over my phone. But being that the internet is not hooked up, Myth Talk will be postponed for tomorrow. So usually I know on Tuesdays I do it. We are hoping to have the internet up on Wednesday. But I will keep you guys posted. But as of right now, the what I'm planning to do is Myth Talk and Video of the Week both on Wednesday. So again, this week only Myth Talk and Video of the Week will both be on Wednesday. But let's get into this my story. Today's my story is on coming out, being bisexual, and the struggles and stuff like that for me on how it was for me to come out. Um, at first, when I was younger, I think I kind of realized it very early that I was into men or guys, more than women. And I have had relationships with women in the past, and nothing were really serious. It was more so like when I was little, I was kind of like playing around, and I really didn't understand what dating truly was, and love really was. Um, and so then after all those relationships, I was single for a little while, and then I was still struggling on when I could actually realize it, because at that time I realized that I really was into men. And I was also into women as well, but I was mainly into men. And but I was afraid. I was honestly, truly afraid to say anything to absolutely anybody about it, because I was afraid of rejection and people judging me because of me being a certain way, or because of me wanting to be in a relationship with a man or whatever. And I think I was around 12 when I realized that I really do need to soon come out and tell people. It still took me a while even after that to actually come out and tell people. I believe if I remember correctly, I was probably 16, 17 years old before I even came out to tell anybody that I was bisexual. Um, um, and let alone that I liked men. And the first person I told was my mom. Well, actually, was my father and stepmom, and they were accepting of it. We had some here and there, a little bit of issues around that because of misunderstandings on my part, and we worked it out, and then I realize that they accept me and they truly want me to be me, no matter who I fall in love with. Um, and around that time is when I met my. Well, I actually knew him before, but this is around the time that we've actually started dating. Um, my ex, Ethan, and then I started to get in a relationship with him, over the internet, and started talking with him, more in depth, and it quickly became more from a friendship to a serious relationship. Um, but then I realized I had to tell my mom and them, not so much about Ethan, that I was the way I am, and come out to them and tell them that I am into guys. So that's when I told my mom and my other family members, and I was very surprised that none of them were going to, none of them turned their back on me, and that's something that I'm very unfortunate for, because some people don't have that. And I understand that a lot of people don't have that support if you do this. And there is people out there that are dead set against same-sex marriages, which is absolutely wrong in my eyes. You should be able to love whomever you want to love. You cannot help who you fall in love with and who you are attracted to. It is human nature. Whether you are a male and a female in a relationship, a female and a female, or a male and a male, you cannot control on who you fall in love with and who you are truly attracted to. Um, so after I told my mom and them, then I decided to come out and tell everybody on Facebook that I am bisexual, to get it out there and let the world know. Um, and once I did that, I was overwhelmed with all the support that I have gotten and still continue to get um, with it. I honestly thought that my family members and friends were going to treat me, even if they were accepting of it, differently because of whom I should be in a relationship with. Well, then, around that time is when me and Ethan were starting to actually truly become a full-length relationship as a couple. And around that time, I really wasn't talking to my stepmother or father. Um, and so we started talking, me and Ethan, and we decided to be a couple. We did normal couple things, talked on the phone, talked on the internet, talked whatever. He even had some plans to come up here to PA because he lived in California. But then his grandfather got sick, which I have talked to his grandfather, and um, his grandfather sadly passed away, and I understood that he couldn't make it up. And his grandfather, who he was part English or British, lived in England. So his grandfather was very close to Ethan, and he left Ethan his house, and Ethan was very down on his luck at the time. He didn't really have a house. He was living with his brother. So he decided to move to England, and we both decided that it was probably best to break up because of the distance was even further than California, being that it's not even in the United States right now. It's outside of the United States. So we talk here and there. We're still good friends, but what came out of this is a great friendship and a lot of support from my family and friends, which I highly suggest if you do know any friends or family members that may be bisexual or in a same-sex relationship or interested or confused in some type of way with doing this. Do you think that you can handle it? Because I honestly think that everybody should be equal and everybody should be treated the same no matter whom they decide to be in a relationship with. But I think that's pretty much going to end out this My Story. Next week's My Story will be on mending relationships with people that you may not have the best relationship with or may just have struggled with very recently. Um, anyways, with that said, again, I want to let you guys know I will not be posting a myth talk tomorrow due to the internet situation right now in our house. But myth talk and video of the week will be posted both on Wednesday. Hopefully, as of right now, that's what the plan is. So have a great day, peace, and thank you guys for watching.